You know what? They're gonna ban me at some point anyway.
Yo,
I'm out here.
he gonna tell you that he pray for people's death, but he ain't never been a hater before
in his life.
Do you see how the type of
it's not adding up.
This is the people gonna watch the podcast.
Math not math.
It's not mathing, man.
Math is not math.
Listen, what I'm saying. So you never celebrated at hearing of something that happened?
I have.
You like, oh, word, yes.
Go to the next question, bro. Go to the next question, bro. Go to the next
question.
They killed Blacker. Yo.
Stop it.
Yo.
No, just stop.
Doing the Alpo.
Yeah. Speaking of Alpo, on the day that he passed, he posted a picture.
So, yeah, I posted a picture.
Maino talked about Alpo death and act like he was responsible for that.
Demisio actually wasn't one of my homies, but somebody that I looked up to.
Right.
Somebody that represents something ever in my upbringing represents a certain type of lifestyle. So when we talk about niggas flashing, getting money, he was that. Right? So yeah, I posted a picture, right? And then I seen a lot of niggas going at me. Talking about me. Saying shit. Oh, you wasn't saying that shit. Blah, 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 when he was alive.
Well, I know Alpo, right?
Yeah.
Or the Alpo I knew from '89.
Yeah.
He's real emotional.
The Back to Life Alpo.
Right. He's real emotional. So I know in my heart when he caught Maino,
yeah,
he was gonna knock his teeth out, shoving the 4-5 in his mouth, right? And he would have been crying, "Yo, man, you making me do this to you, man." And he would have been smacking fire out of him while he doing that to Maino, right? I don't know what Maino gonna be doing, but I know what Poe gonna be doing. He's gonna be crying for real, because he's emotional. He's gonna be a bloody mouth, and he's gonna be slapping Maino with all his might. But he's not gonna pull the trigger, right? Unless Maino do something crazy, right? But now it's gonna be all over the world. So I knew I said, damn, when Poe catch him, it's gonna be ugly. It's
gonna be nasty.
Right? Because Maino gonna tell him to his face, you a rat, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I knew what was gonna happen, right? And you know, but Alpo was the wrong man to play with.
Demencio was a situation where he really disrespected himself and he disrespected other people, and that's why that happened to him. Okay. Yeah, he thought he was tougher than what he really was. But I ain't play with him, bro. Who hit him? My man that was down with
Wayne Perry?
Not Wayne, but the kids that was up on the wing. Wayne, too many people knew him as far as right there, so we got one of his little soldiers to hit him. But I was shaking his hand. I told him, I said, when you see me shaking his hand, I nod my head. You hit him right.
You never feared that one of the bullets would slip off and maybe hit you?
No, I didn't care about that. I was shaking his hand. It was enough because they walked right up on him. I mean, it wasn't no, like, from a distance. As I was shaking his hand, they walked right on him and put the gun right to his forehead and blasted him.
That was in the daytime?
Yeah, daytime. Broad daylight. After a basketball game. I just got finished playing basketball in a basketball tournament.
So now, did that put the police right on you?
Well, they were ready on me, so that just, like, let them know. Because later on, when they finally arrested me, they was like, man, you was killing off everybody. So...
Let me tell you what's funny about Jim, too. He reached out to some blood nigga in Jersey that's a shot caller to tell him about the situation. He don't know the blood nigga called some niggas I fuck with. And they was like, man, leave that alone, man. We ain't fuck with that nigga, Jim. That shit ain't about nothing. We fuck with Paul. Word. Jim don't even know I know
Poe rolled down the window. Jones gave him a pound like a fan. But Poe wouldn't let the hand go. Said, I heard he said, so you the ghost of Rich Porter, huh? I'm Alpo. Oh, he didn't let that fucking hand go, though.
Finally broke away from everybody to get in this joint. I blew the horn and rolled down the window because the joint had tinted windows. I rolled down the windows. He came over to the car like I was a fan because he couldn't recognize me. He came over to the car like I was a fan. I said, yo, you know who I am? He's like, nah. I said, I'm Alpo. He was like, oh, shit. I had my hand out like a handshake to shake his hand. And I grabbed his hand. I said, yo, we good? Is there a problem or anything? He's like, what you talking about? I said, no, you know that whole rich thing. You know, he was like, nah, Poe. He said, look, man, I got the this is what he said. I got the utmost respect for you. And I left it at that. I said, yeah, all right. And I left it at that. Girl named Chrissy. Yeah, I heard of Chrissy. Okay, Chrissy was the young, she was the young, bad little girl everybody was being with. First, it started off with me and Rich, A, and then she just wound up, but she was madly in love with me. Okay. She was madly in love with me, but I just could never really get into her like that because I was doing other things and she wasn't sucking the I used to tell them girls, I don't care what your mama tell you. I know your mother tell you the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. No. With Alpo, it was through his dick. You're supposed to love it. I got to have that, Antoine. You hear me? Yeah, I got to have the head, man. You got to suck the willy, man. I'm not messing with you.
I got the call. Chrissy was like, Alpo, leave him alone. Leave Jimmy alone. I got the call, right? You know, because she go way back in the day with Alpo, AZ, and all them.
Of course.
You feel me?
Of course.
So she gave him a courtesy call, leave him alone. Because she know how Poe gonna get.
It was where I was meeting Rich that night. And I pulled up right here. He got into the van. He got into the van right here. And once he got into the van, I knew I had to lock. I locked the doors. And as I was pulling off, I was asking him, because it didn't take long after I pulled off, I was asking him like, yo, Rich, where did you get that coat from, man? That shit was good, because I wanted to make him comfortable. That shit was good as a motherfucker. He's like, I got it from my connect. I said, oh yeah. So from there, I knew he was lying. I turned to my little man. I gave him the nod. Once I gave him the nod, my little man spent, because he was short, so he could stand up in the van. Next thing you heard was the 2 gunshots, bang, bang. Richard slumped over, and it happened. It happened right here. It happened right here to my little man. Yo, he's dead. He's done it. He just got hit with a .357. Twice. The only sound I heard was, you know, him releasing his breath, his last breath. So I'm assuming that he's dead. And I need to find a place to put his, you know, leave his body. I just killed a nigga that I loved, a nigga that I was getting money with, a nigga that I called my brother. Go around this turn right here. Yeah, loop it real quick. It was somewhere over here. So I pulled over like right here, just threw the van up on as close as I can to the rail. Once out the van to go help him. And when I went to go help him, Richard made a sound. So that shit startled me. Like, oh shit, he's still alive. So I grabbed the gun. I grabbed the gun from my little man and put one in his head. And then I had to pick him up. I had to pick him up and dump him in the woods.
Crazy. Getting crazy. They did that boy crazy. God. Crazy, right?